Okay, let's try these applications of trig identities, really. That's all they are. The cos of 60 degrees plus x plus the sine of 30 minus x. And all you do is go to your formula sheet with the sum of the cosine of two angles added together and just use the formula. And use the formula for 30 minus x. And then just put it together. Let's see what it looks like. Well, the cosine is 60 plus x. It's cos 60 minus cos x minus sine 60 times sine x. And that's right off your formula sheet. That's alpha, beta, like that. And then the sine of 30 times the cosine of x minus the cosine of 30 times the sine of x. It's just exactly like that. And, well, that's it. You've got it. Now, you're going to write the cosine of 60 degrees as a half, but they say without the use of a calculator, I think. Well, maybe the first one doesn't, so it doesn't matter. But if you had your special triangle, you could see the cosine of 60 is 1 over 2. The sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. The sine of 30 is 1 over 2, and the cos of 30 is root 3 over 2. Well, let's see what we have here. Half plus a half is 1 cos x. And minus root 3 over 2 minus root 3 over 2, that's minus 2 over 2. The 2's cancel. You get minus root 3x. And there's your answer. And all it is just using the formulas and plugging them in. And then it says, hence or otherwise, you can use this idea that the cos of x that all of this, we're going to use this idea to figure out what the answer would be if x was 45 degrees. If x was 45 degrees, well, we should just be able to put 45 degrees in there and get the answer. Let's see what they do with it. By the way, if they say without a calculator, you better write down your special triangle. It's funny because they wrote down root 2 over 2. That seems a little dangerous. That's what your calculator gives you. It should be 1 over root 2 minus root 3 over 1 over root 2. That's the cos of 45 and the sine of 45. Now, what does that equal? Well, it actually does. You could put it in your calculator. You can see it's 2 and 2. Root 3 times 2 is root 6. It's root 2 minus root 2 over 2. But they said without a calculator, so I'm finding this a little bit funny. I think you should have a bracket, and you should replace this with 1 over root 2. And same with the sine of 45, 1 over root 2. And then when you simplify it, you'll take it to there. And there's the question.